good with your fam? Welcome to Big Faces Worldwide, where we talking nothing but this boxing, man. Hey, man, listen, man, it's bright and early, man. I'd like to welcome everybody to the channel. And if you're new here, I want you to be here. So think about hitting that subscribe button as we stay knee deep into this boxing conversation, fam. Now, listen, Kenny Porter started all this Shawn Porter versus Terrence Crawford saga. Where did it all start? It all started with Kenny Porter. The night of the Errol Spence Jr. and Shawn Porter fight, immediately after the fight, Kenny Porter started talking about his son wanting Bud. He said, "We want Bud." Immediately after the Spence fight, Kenny Porter started talking about, "We want Bud." So that's been the narrative, ever since then. We want Bud. We want Bud. You know what I'm saying? But Shawn Porter haven't came out and said, "We want Bud" yet. In fact, I got videos on my channel. You can go check them out where I let you hear, Shawn Porter in his own voice talking about, me and Bud are friends. The same thing Bud said. But people try to crucify Bud like it was just Bud. Like Bud was the only one saying, that's my man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking to fight him right now. No. Shawn Porter said the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Shawn Porter said the same thing. Then Kenny Porter had the nerve to go on, I forget, I think it was the Boxing Voice. He went on the Boxing Voice and started talking about how Bob Arum ain't give him a call. Bob Arum ain't give him a call. What are you talking about? You're Shawn Porter's manager. You started this shit. You the one that said, "We want Bud." Came out and said, "Yeah, we got to go ahead from Al." Al Haymon said, "Yeah, we could get Bud. We got the green light." But I haven't got a call from Bob Arum. What do you mean? Although Bob Arum spoke on the fact of you fighting, of Terrence Crawford fighting Shawn Porter, he'll be open to the fight. You started this shit, Kenny. You're Shawn Porter's manager. You want to fight, you call Bob Arum. If Al Haymon gave you the green light, you call Bob Arum. Bob Arum said he was interested, publicly said it many a times that he was interested. You call Bob Arum. I'm so sick of hearing him talking about, Bob, I haven't got a call. I haven't received a call. We always try to talk so proper like he's like he's a scholar or something, man. You know what I'm saying? He killed me with all this, you know what I'm saying? I used to like Kenny Porter, man, because I like the relationship that him and Shawn have, man. You know what I'm saying? But he's starting to do dumb shit, man, that got people out here scratching their heads. You know what I'm saying? You call this man out right after the Errol Spence fight. You come out and say you got the green light from Al Haymon to negotiate with Bob Arum. You hear Bob Arum on national TV. Bob Arum's on national TV saying, we're open to the fight, But he get on a Boxing Voice and say, "I haven't received a call from Bob. I haven't received a call." What the fuck are you talking about? You haven't received a call. You're the manager. You started this shit. You call Bob Arum. You make the call. You sound crazy. You make the call. And obviously, these two dudes don't want to fight each other anyway. You know what I mean? Shawn has said it several times. Go look at my video catalog. You'll hear the audio of Shawn Porter saying, "I've never seen myself fighting Bud. Bud is my friend. If we ever fought, it would take me and him to sit down and we'll come up with something." You know what I mean? Then you'll hear Bud saying on that Dosent interview at the Maurice Hooker fight, Bud said, "I'm not interested in Shawn Porter right now." So Shawn Porter and Terrence Crawford both say that they're not interested in the fight. But Kenny Porter, he's pumping Shawn Porter up, pumping, the fight up, saying, "We want to fight. We haven't received a call from Bob." And you know what I'm saying? You're the one that started this, Kenny. You call Bob Arum. You call Bob. But I don't know what's next for Terrence Crawford. Me personally, I think Crawford should go ahead and get busy with Porter. I think they should make the fight. Because as you look at the landscape, people are, fight fans is getting sick of, the Kavaliauskas and, Benavidez. They're getting sick of that type of fight for Crawford, man. So Crawford got to fight a top welterweight next, man. You know what I'm saying? Or it's just going to be like, you know what I mean? The fans is getting tired of it, man. You know what I mean? Bud is my #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. You understand me? But he'll be, 33 this year? You know what I'm saying? As you get into your mid-30s, man, you start to come out of your physical prime, and in the next year or two, Bud is going to start to decline, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just the nature of Father Time. Bud is going to start to decline. And we need to see Bud in these meaningful fights right now. You know what I'm saying? If you look at Triple G went on, a hell of a knockout streak with HBO, man, knocking out everybody, beating up everybody. None of the middleweights wanted to fight him. You know what I'm saying? And it took Kell Brook to jump up 2 weight classes to fight Triple G to open the door for everybody else to fight him. But by that time, Triple G was 34, 35 years old. He was on the downside of his prime. You know what I'm saying? He was on the decline, man. We will never know how good Triple G was because he didn't fight any meaningful fights until he was 34, 35 years old, man. And then once they seen Kell Brook able to touch him, you know what I'm saying? Everybody now people come out the woodworks wanting to fight him. Danny Jacobs fought him. You know what I'm saying? Canelo, now he finally wanted to step up. But before Kell Brook, nobody wanted to fight Triple G. You know what I mean? And I hope we don't see the same thing with Bud. I hope that he's not, fighting in a meaningful fight when he's 34, 35 years old. So we really never knew how good Bud was at welterweight. You know what I'm saying? We know how good he was at 140, He was the man, undisputed. You know what I'm saying? But we want to see him with these bigger guys, man. But I do think, a lot of people try to shit on Bud's resume, at welterweight. But you got to understand, man, this guy came up, and in his first fight, he fights a Jeff Horn. Undefeated Jeff Horn. Everybody thought Jeff Horn was going to bully him around, throw him around, bust him up, give him a hard fight. But when Crawford beat him down, made it look easy, now all of a sudden, Jeff Horn's a bum. Who the fuck is Jeff Horn? You know what I'm saying? This is the same Jeff Horn that bloodied and battered and roughed the legend, the walking legend now. You know what I'm saying? Manny Pacquiao bust his ass up, I do think Manny Pacquiao won that fight, but my point is, Horn busted Manny Pacquiao up, man. Pushed him around, bullied him. Had Manny looking bad, leaking like a motherfucker, leaking like a faucet. You know what I mean? He had him leaking like a faucet, and after that, everybody's talking about Jeff Horn. Jeff Horn this, Jeff Horn that. You know what I'm saying? Jeff Horn gonna give Crawford some problems. Jeff Horn gonna be too strong for Crawford. I want to see how Crawford handles Jeff Horn. Crawford went in there and he was the bully. Made it look easy. Now the narrative after that, Jeff Horn's a bum. Jeff Horn wasn't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Crawford jumped up in his first fight at welterweight. Takes on the champion, undefeated champion, and dusts him off. Made it look easy. Then he fights, who he fight? Jose Benavidez. Now, Benavidez, I admit, you know what I'm saying, his leg was fucked up, you know what I'm saying, he was hobbling around the ring and shit, but Benavidez was a solid opponent, he was undefeated, you know what I'm saying, he was, Top Rank was real big on him, Top Rank thought he was going to do big things, man, and then he got into the little incident, where he got shot and all that, and Terrence Crawford got into the limelight. Benavidez ain't like that. Benavidez thought that was supposed to be him. So Benavidez started created this beef between him and Crawford out of jealousy. You know what I'm saying? And he rolled up on Crawford, said a few things. I'm sure we all seen the interview when Crawford told his ass, you know, go ahead to your fight before you not make it to your fight. You know what I'm saying? Crawford wasn't playing no games, man. Crawford's a dog for real. In and out of the ring, man. Crawford about that action, man. You know what I'm saying? Crawford is about that action. And then people said, you know, what's his name? Thurman. Thurman brought up, you know, Terrence Crawford, he at least got to fight Amir Khan. You know, everybody, he got to fight Amir Khan. You know, people thought Khan would give Crawford some problems, but, you know, everybody knew, you know, Crawford was going to beat the shit out of Amir Khan. But people thought that Khan was going to be some type of barometer as to what Terrence Crawford was at welterweight. Terrence Crawford went in there and dusted him off, make him quit. You know, all of a sudden, you know, everybody throwing Khan under the bus. Khan ain't shit. Khan this. Khan's that, man. You got to give Terrence Crawford his props, man. You know what I'm saying? Has he fought the elite welterweights? No. But the way that he's dispatching the welterweights that he is fighting let you know, man, that Crawford is doing something, man. Crawford ain't no joke. You know what I mean? I think that Shawn Porter, Terrence Crawford should happen. You know what I'm saying? I think they need to put the friendship aside, because if they look around, look at the landscape, neither one of them got anybody to fight for real. Neither one of them, Crawford or Porter, got a meaningful fight. Lewis Coleman, what's good with you, fam? He says, Kenny don't want that Crawford smoke. His son might get stopped. I believe that, man. I believe that. You know what I mean? I believe that. And one thing I noticed about Errol Spence, you know, Shawn had a lot of success in that Spence fight. One thing I noticed about Spence is that when he get hit, he kind of stands there. Like once he get popped, boom, he like stands there and like, oh, you know what I mean? And if you throw in a combination, you get a chance to get off, because Spence is like he stops him in his tracks. You know what I mean? Go look at that Porter Spence fight again, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't gonna work on Bud. Bud knows how to move, man. But Bud got so much dog in him that he wants to fight. You know? He got so much dog in him that he wants to fight. He could have made that fight with the Green Machine so easy. You know what I'm saying? He could have made it so easy. He knows how to box. Go back and look at the Victor Postol fight. See how Bud boxed. The art of hitting and not getting hit. You know what I'm saying? Bud box circles around Victor Postol. He could have did the same thing to Kavaliauskas. But no, he listening to the outside sources. You know what I'm saying? Everybody saying Bud supposed to do this, Bud supposed to do that to this dude. You know what I'm saying? So Bud wanted to make a statement and say, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to go in there and walk this dude down and beat him out of his own game, which he eventually did. But he got hit by some shots that we wasn't, you know what I'm saying, that we didn't want to see Bud get hit with. You know, and Lewis Coleman says, I could see Thurman having success against Errol if he doesn't run out of gas in the later rounds. Yes, you, me, Bud act like a girl. How does Bud act like a girl, you, me? What is Bud doing to act like a girl, fam? I need to know. What is Bud doing to act like a girl, you, me? Thurman is a dog too. You know, a lot of people rag on Thurman, you know what I'm saying, because, you know, his injuries and his lack of interest in wanting to fight Errol Spence. But in that fight with Manny Pacquiao, Thurman showed me that he got it, man. That he's a dog, man. Manny Pacquiao was hitting him with some shit. I mean, he was hitting him with some shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And there were times in the fight where, you know, Thurman got hit and he like stopped in his tracks like, damn. You know, like, what am I doing here? Do I really want it? Do I really want it? You know what I mean? But he came, you know what I'm saying? He came back for more. You know, he came back for more. Had that knockdown not have happened early in the fight with Pacquiao and Thurman, I think the fight might have been a little different, man. From that knockdown, Thurman was embarrassed, and Thurman was playing catch-up. So he had to fight a different style. Now he's the predator. Now he's the one stalking. You know what I'm saying? When Thurman likes to box, man. Thurman likes to come in, use that lateral movement, you know what I'm saying? Just work on the back foot, You know what I'm saying, work on the back foot a little bit. Let me see what Me says. Me says, put his boy up. I don't know what that means, fam. What you mean, put his boy up? Put who up? I don't understand that. But you know, a fight with Errol and Thurman would be a good fight. You know what I'm saying? I would favor Errol a little bit more because, you know what I'm saying, the way Keith's been acting towards Errol. You know what I'm saying? Keith, you know what I'm saying, he might got it mentally in his head that he seemed a little bit timid, a little bit afraid. You understand me? He seemed a little bit afraid of Errol. So he might go into that fight like, you know what I'm saying, with that little bit of timidness, man. And once Errol start dwelling on him, he might just, you know, break down, man, mentally. You know what I'm saying? Mentally. But Keith's still a dog, man. I think he's still a player in the, you know, in the welterweight division. You know what I'm saying? He showed in that Pacquiao fight that he still, you know, got some dog in him. Put his boy up, the guy in the video. I ain't hep to you, me. I don't know what you talking about, fam. Appreciate you sliding through, though. But Shawn Porter, who he gonna fight next? You know what I'm saying? They asked Kenny Porter that. He don't even know. I know they want to come back April, May, but against who? You know what I'm saying? Against who? I heard him say a top 10 guy. You know, Shawn Porter has been in tough fights his last couple fights. You know what I mean? Spence, Ugas, who he fought before Ugas? Spence, Ugas, Granados. Has Porter been in? No, Spence, Ugas, Danny Garcia. Those are some tough fights, man. Porter versus Lopez. Now that, yep, I agree with that. I agree with that, Lewis Coleman. Yes, sir. Porter and Josecito Lopez will be a very good fight. Very good fight. You know what I mean? I was listening to Robert Garcia interview. I forget whose channel it was on, man, but he was talking about Josecito and Bud fighting. A lot of handle, depending on how Bud handle Lopez, I think, you know what I'm saying, that'll tell us a lot. You know what I'm saying? That'll tell us a lot, man. I think Bud a shine on Lopez, man. You know what I mean? Crawford, he likes to get into exchanges too much for me. You know what I mean? And he gets hit. You know what I'm saying? He gets hit. And, you know, he got a good chin, but he don't have the best of chins. You know what I'm saying? He don't got a iron jaw. You know what I mean? He can be wobbled. He can be buzzed. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, his skill makes up for that. You know what I'm saying? His skill makes up for that, man. But I wish he wouldn't get into some of the exchanges he get into. Bud likes to rumble, man. He likes that action. Soon as he get hit, he want to get that shit back. You know what I mean? He want to get that shit back. But Kenny Porter out here talking about Bob Arum needs to call him. I haven't received a call. I haven't received a call. When you're the one who started all this shit. Kenny Porter started this, man. Right after the Spence fight, Kenny Porter starts saying, we want Bud. We want to fight Bud. We want Bud. You know what I'm saying? Bob Arum comes out and says, okay, we want that fight too. Kenny Porter comes back. Al gave us the green light. You know what I'm saying? So we can start negotiations. But I haven't received a call. They didn't call me. Bob, call me. Somebody tell Bob to call me. You was a stupid. You're Porter's manager, right? You initiated the fight. Call Bob Arum, fam. Call him. I don't know what you talking about. Fight somebody. We don't know that. We don't know what? What do we don't know, fam? Talk to me, baby. Talk to me. You know? Hey, listen, man. This was a quick live, man. I just wanted to get on here and talk about Kenny Porter's dumb ass, man. Talking about, you know, they haven't received a call from Bob Arum when you're the one who started this shit. You know? Ernest Crawford, what's good, fam? He says, Bud, Keith, Pac-Man, Shawn, and Errol, that's how I rank them. Ugas will beat Errol. Bud, Keith, Pac-Man, Shawn, and Errol. Ooh. Okay, I see you, fam. If Bud got a chin, that's a nice ranking, man. That's a nice ranking. You still high on Keith, huh? Yeah, Keith's a beast, fam. Keith's a beast. Lewis Coleman says, what you know about that Black Ice air freshener? Oh, you can see that, fam? Yeah, man, that's my shit. You know what I'm saying? That's my shit. Yeah, fam. Hey, but listen, man, I'm going to let y'all go, man. I just wanted to get on here, and I want to talk a little bit about Kenny Porter pump faking, acting like they really want the smoke with Bud Crawford when, you know, Shawn obviously said to everybody, to the whole world, that he's not interested in that fight, the same as Bud said. You know what I'm saying? I think, you know, Kenny Porter just want to be in the spotlight, just trying to create some news or some motivation. But that's all I got, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. In the meantime and in between time, stay blessed and keep on supporting this sport that we love called boxing. Peace. I'll holla back.